Let's start today's lesson by showing how to use Python without a code editor, through the idle file. In Windows it is in the Python folder. You need to go into it and pull out the idle file or copy it to where it is convenient for you to use it. In Linux you need to install it separately, it does not come with Python. And then just throw files with the extension as shown in the video onto it. The idle program can be configured to change the background and set line numbers. This is done in the options, idle configuration. There you can customize it for yourself. Run the program you wrote in the tab, Run module or F5 can be Win plus F5. Create a file with the extension .py. But all this is not necessary, you can just use the code editor. We open VS Code. And throw our file here. Or open it in the File tab. Lesson 1, Introduction to Python, Print, Input, and Basic Syntax. Hello everyone. Welcome to our first lesson in Python. Today we will begin our introduction to this wonderful programming language. We will learn how to print information to the screen, receive input from the user, and also cover basic syntax elements such as comments, different ways of writing strings, and indentation. Topic 1, Print and Input, Statements, talking to the program. What is it? Print, used to print information, text, numbers, results, to the screen. This is one of the most commonly used statements that you will see in almost every example you use. Input, used to receive input from the user. This function prints a message, prompt, to the screen and waits for the user to type something and press enter. How to use, simply put what you want to print or the prompt in parentheses. When to use, print, to show messages, calculation results, or the program status. Input, to make the program interactive and get information from the person running it. Important about variables, in the following examples, you will see the word name. This is a variable. Variables are like boxes where we temporarily store information. We will look at them in more detail in the next lesson. Input, what's your name? This line prints out the text, what's your name, and then waits for the user to type their name and press enter. Whatever the user types is stored in the name variable as a text string. Print, hello, plus name plus, exclamation point. This line prints out the text, hello, and then appends the contents of the name variable, which the user typed, to it, followed by an exclamation point. Clear terminal keys Ctrl+L. So that previous lessons are not lost, select the entire program and press Ctrl+/ or Alt+3 to add hashtag before the code and it does not work. To do the opposite press Ctrl+/ or Alt+4. This is similar to the first example, but we are asking for different information, favorite color. Input gets the user's response, and print formats this response and displays it on the screen. Topic 2, Comments, hashtag and. What it is, comments are text in your code that are ignored by the Python interpreter. They are meant to explain what the code is doing. Single-line comments, hashtag. What it is, the hashtag character is used to create single-line comments. Everything from hashtag to the end of the line is ignored by Python. When to use it, to add brief explanations to individual lines of code, or to temporarily disable a section of code. Hashtag this is a single-line comment. Print, hello, world. Hashtag print a message to the screen. Multi-line strings / docstrings, or what it is, triple double, or triple single, quotes are used to create multi-line strings. When to use, for long blocks of text that don't fit on a single line. Primary purpose, to write docstrings that describe functions, classes, or entire modules. This is a very good practice for documenting your code and understanding how it works. In the first example you can see how the value was assigned to the variable and displayed on the screen, and in the second it was simply documented and worked as a comment. Topic 3, Strings, and how to write text. What is it? Strings are what we use to work with text data in Python. They should always be enclosed in quotes. Types of quotes, double quotes, for example, hello, world. Single quotes, for example, I'm learning Python. When to use, in most cases, there is no difference between single and double quotes. You can choose whichever style you like best and stick to it for consistency in your project. When it matters, to avoid errors if you already have quotes inside your string, use a different type of quote to define the string itself. This avoids an error where Python thinks the string has ended prematurely. Both are correct if there are no quotes of the same type inside. Example of an error, if there is a single quote inside a string, and the string is defined as a single. Correct, if there is a single quote inside a string, use double quotes to define the string. Correct, if there is a double quote inside a string, use single quotes to define the string. What if you need both types of quotes inside? Then you can use escaping with a \\. Topic 4, Controlling output print, end equals and \n. By default, the print function always starts output on a new line after each call. However, we can control this behavior. Newline character \n. This is a special character that means moving the cursor to a new line. When you want to force a line break anywhere in your text. Parameter end equals, disabling automatic line breaks. There will be no line break after hello. This print will continue on the same line. We'll print, hello, world. Displayed 1, 2, 3 in one line. Congratulations! We have successfully completed our first lesson. Today you have learned how programs communicate with us, print, and receive information from us, input, and also mastered the basics of Python syntax, comments, working with strings, which are critical to Python. Practice with these concepts, and see you in the next lesson, where we will dive deeper into variables and data types.